हेलो जी, वेलकम बैक टू द वीडियो, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। अगर आप इस वीडियो पे पहली बार आ रहे हो तो मेरा नाम है संस्कार एंड हियर आई क्रिएट वीडियोस रिलेटेड टू फ्रीलांसिंग, मार्केटिंग, प्रोडक्टिविटी, स्किल बिल्डिंग एक्सेट्रा, एवरीथिंग that you need to know as a college student and which I learn everything in my life and then I share it with you। तो ये वीडियो है आज का एक पॉडकास्ट एपिसोड जो मैंने केयूर कुंभारे के साथ रिकॉर्ड किया है। केयूर हैज़ अ रियली मैसिव फॉलोइंग ऑन लिंक्डइन एंड आई थिंक उनके करीब 25 to 30,000 से ज़्यादा फॉलोअर्स हैं। ही इज़ अ ग्रेट गाय एंड ही टीचेज अस द थिंग्स विच कॉलेज डजंट अनफॉर्चुनेटली। तो उनके साथ मैंने एक बहुत बढ़िया पॉडकास्ट किया है जहाँ पे हमने बात करी है बहुत सारी रिलेटेड टू स्किल बिल्डिंग, related to career development, related to starting your side hustle, how to scale your freelance journey, and Keyur has shared also a lot of things from his own journey, from his own past, his life lessons, and किस तरह से उन्होंने अपनी content writing journey शुरू करी, then he scaled it into agency, बहुत सारी चीज़। सो प्लीज़ एपिसोड को पूरा देखो, स्किप मत करो एंड आई होप कि आपको बहुत सारी वैल्यू मिलेगी इस एपिसोड में से। और वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले मैं चाहूँगा कि नीचे वो सब्सक्राइब वाला बटन है वो दबा दो ताकि आप आगे कोई भी मेरे चैनल की वीडियो मिस ना करो एंड ताकि मुझे भी एक सपोर्ट मिले कि आप मेरी जर्नी में मेरे साथ हो। ठीक है, तो बिना टाइम वेस्ट करे जल्दी से वीडियो में बढ़ते हैं। तो वीडियो को एंजॉय करो एंड आई विल सी यू ओवर देयर। So, hi Keyur, welcome to the podcast. I am really glad to have you over here today. So, can you just please introduce yourself a little bit about you, your journey of how you got till here where you are now? So, please just shed some light on it.
Got it. So everything started back in, December 2015. So actually everything started, back in June or July 2015. I discovered this site called Quora.com. I hope you have heard of it, right? It's a question and answer site. It was a very, trendy site and it was something different from Facebook, but equally addictive, personal stories, people were asking questions, there were answers and all that. So I kept reading, I kept scrolling the feed like people do on Facebook. At that point, back in 2015, Facebook was really popular, so people used to use Facebook and I was on Quora. Yeah. So by December, I was like, these guys are writing answers and all that, and they aren't even getting paid. Why? Like I kept wondering why are they writing, and then in December of 2015 I thought let's start writing on Quora. If like maybe it's fun and all, that's why they are writing, so that's when I started writing. That's when I wrote my first ever piece of content or anything like that. Initially I started answering very casual questions. Yeah. And 11th grade was when I discovered this concept of productivity and time management and all that. Before that, I was really immature. In 11th also, I was immature, but this concept was entirely new to me. And, it seemed very good, and in 11th only, I started, exploring the possibility of me starting a business and all in future. That was just a thought and all. So my ideal plan was to, get into, I wanted to do business at some point of time, but I wanted to learn coding really, really well. I wanted to know how to build applications. Yeah. But up till that point, I wanted to do something. Okay, so because I was into productivity and all, I wanted to do something that was not academics. Okay. But I also didn't want to waste a lot of time. So I didn't want to watch movies. I didn't want to play games. But I wanted to do something that was out of academics. So I kind of asked myself, what do I know well? So I looked back, I thought a bit and all, and okay, I think I know how to write. I think I can write for brands. I started finding more clients. In 2019, I found my second client. So right now what I'm doing is, okay, so because all this thing happened, I studied LinkedIn very well. I started a LinkedIn growth agency, where I help people with LinkedIn growth, businesses with LinkedIn growth and all that. Yeah. And I'm also, working on a LinkedIn growth course that, students can utilize if they want to build a personal brand and all that. Sure. Definitely. So that's what that's what my time goes nowadays.
So you talked a lot about having a side hustle. You started out writing, then you went on to something, then you build a team and all. So from this question, I am very curious to know like how a person who's just got into college after clearing all those messy exams like JEE and all those stuff, he or she should approach of learning a new skill. And what's your thought on that?
Got it. Okay. So firstly, when someone enters college, what all they hear is even from their seniors, from the teachers and all they hear is, get a good GPA because that's what will matter when you are about to be placed. Yeah. Okay. That's not completely invalid, but don't rely only on that advice, because what happens is, if you rely only on that advice, everyone is focusing on academics, right? So you are just like everyone else. Everyone is studying the same curriculum.
Right.
So how are you going to differentiate yourself from them? And so it's a very toxic thing to it's a very toxic mindset, in my opinion. So it's great to firstly take some time out, even sacrifice a bit of academics to learn some real life skills. Right. Okay. So let's suppose there are 7 things that you shortlisted. Okay. It includes graphic designing, video. You're not even sure what to do now. And that's not a problem. You are on month 0 right now, considering you have just entered college, or even if you're in your first year or second, even if you're in your second or third year, when you're starting out, you need not hurry, because what happens is it's all a time waste if you hurry and find out later down the line that you are not actually interested in this stuff. You are in it only because of money. That will hurt a lot. Why? Because you'll get used to the kind of money that you're getting, and there will be no way out. That's what most people, that's why most people are, that's what happens with most people. They struggle to quit jobs and all that. So prevent that, and don't even give your, when you are at the end of your 4th year, you should have an option. You should have an option to run your own business. You should have an option to do freelancing, and you should have an option to take a job. Most people, they don't have an option. They have to take a job.
Problem. That's the problem.
That's have a choice. And to have a choice, you have to start early. That's why you need to start really early. So what you have to do is, it's very simple, but it's again easier said than done. Make a list of all these skills. Most of them are, I even spoke most of them, video editing, graphic designing, and all that. Shortlist them, spend some time, getting a feel of it, rate it according to your experience, and then start learning two or 3 skills together, and feel free to drop 1 or 2 of them and double down on one later down the line. But exploring is the key over here. If you don't, you can either install Netflix, set it up and start watching a series. Or you can browse YouTube and learn some skills and all that. I'm not saying that Netflix is bad, but there has to be a balance, right? For most people, what they think is, okay, once I enter college, I get a lot of time. So utilize time and freedom. Most days, these most colleges are residential nowadays, so they get a lot of freedom. So utilize that freedom in a good way, and you get the liberty to stay up all night. So use that to learn something.
All right. So moving on to next one, I would like to have your view about LinkedIn. Like, we talked a lot about you, like you have actually built your base over LinkedIn. So I think LinkedIn is a platform right now which can open like really doors of opportunities for people, especially in college. So what's your take on that, and why? Like, I just want to know your reason of why a college student should definitely have a LinkedIn account today in 2021.
Got it. Two important things, right? LinkedIn is a professional network. Most, there are over 1 million CEOs, business owners, vice presidents and all that. There are a lot of stakeholders. There are a lot of people who have money and who need talent. So LinkedIn is full of business owners, full of people wanting to hire talent and all that. Secondly, whatever user base LinkedIn has, only 2% of the people are creating content on LinkedIn.
Wow. Okay.
That's something. So on YouTube, there are a lot of YouTube channels. On Instagram, there are a lot of Instagram pages. On LinkedIn, there's not much competition. If you start posting content, if you start posting consistently every single day, you're already in the top 2%.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And if you do it really, really well, you're already in the top 1%. If you apply the right tactics and all that, the entry cost is 0. In terms of money, it's 0. So as a college fresher, you have all the time. You don't have to put in any money, and you're getting a huge. I literally started an entire agency just because of LinkedIn.
So it has a
and
lot
believe
of power.
Me, at my level, I have 2-3 businesses running. I'm working on a course and all that, and yet I get a lot of job opportunities. I am not even I have not even graduated yet. I had like 2-3 job opportunities already.
Wow.
I had to reject them myself.
Definitely.
Great, man.
Like quickly moving on ahead, I would like to have your quick three pieces of advice that you would give to people who are in just starting in the college, and maybe if they are in 11th or 12th of their class in the school itself. So, what are the three best pieces of advice that you would give from your
Got
end?
it.
Yeah.
Firstly, please don't take, I'm not telling you to ignore academics, but please don't take academics very seriously. You don't need to get 9 pointer, you don't need to get 9.5 pointer and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, keep your placement as an option,
Yeah.
but please build your own life, because the future is changing. The world of jobs will change. Most jobs will be replaced, right?
Yeah.
So learn something that is not doable by robots and all.
Hmm.
And most try to get into try to learn some high value skill,
Yeah.
and use your brain to create something different from everyone else. Try to be unique. And when you are young, and if you're good at writing, if you're good at video editing, if you're good
Yeah.
at design stuff, start building your brand on Instagram, on YouTube, or on LinkedIn, does
Anyway,
not
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
But when you start building your brand, let's say you are 20 years old and you start building your brand, and you don't even think about it until 10 years.
Yeah.
If you be consistent at on a platform for 10 years straight, you're definitely going to get a lot of eyeballs. And once
Yeah.
you have that personal brand, once you get that people's trust,
Yeah.
you can sell them anything. You can guide them, you can provide a lot of value and
Hmm.
monetize that audience.
Yeah.
Right. So these are some unconventional ways, and no doubt this is risky, but you can minimize
Yeah.
that risk by starting early.
By starting early.
Right. Yep. So that's the number one advice. Focus on learning a lot of high value skills.
Yeah.
Secondly, try to try to study a lot of successful people.
Hmm.
No one has got wealthy, or no one has built that freedom by having a job.
Yeah.
Study this concept of assets and liabilities, study stock market, study a lot of investment options and all, and study how to manage your money well. So even if you don't start earning in college, mostly if you start a side hustle and all, you'll make a bit of money and all. Learn how to manage that money. That was something I was very bad at. Whatever I earned, I spent it all in one go. Right now, whenever I get a payment, 90% of it goes into my investment accounts.
Yeah.
And then whatever 10% of it is left, if you see my bank account, I have less than 10,000 rupees in my bank account. Right.
Okay.
So that's very less as a business owner, right?
Yeah.
But why I don't keep anything in my bank account? Because if I keep, I'll spend.
Yeah.
Right. So start learning how to manage your money, because that will help you down the line. And the third tip might be don't take life very seriously. You don't
Yeah.
have to
Very
you don't
important.
follow all the rules. Again, this is very related to the first point. You don't have to follow all the rules. You don't have to study. You don't have to stay up the night just so that you can top this examination. If you are a college topper, that does not mean anything.
Yeah.
Right. Even if you are the most richest person in your family and all, it does not matter. What matters is your own happiness and your own freedom. Work on things that you like and all that. Don't follow the rules unless don't commit a crime.
Not very literally, but yeah.
Make your own rules, and don't be afraid to be judged by people, because most people around you, they are average, and they will be average. I know this is a very bold statement.
Yeah.
But most people, they don't want to work. They don't want to take risks. All they want is 5-6 lakhs rupees a year to survive, and go on a enjoy their
Vacation,
Sundays, and then
take 2 times
office
vacation a year.
politics and all that. That's what most people are here for. If you decide to start early, that's where you are kind of believing that you're meant for something better. The world is better off having you born over here, right? So make good use of this life, and find a spot where you provide a very good value to the society, and you're also happy doing that same stuff. Find an intersection and spend your life on doing that.
Wow. And thank you, Keyur, for being on the podcast. I think I might have taken a lot of time from you, and but we got a lot of value from you as well.
If you have anyone watching this, if you have any doubt, if you want to, you feel free to reach out. I have a lot of followers, yes, but I try to respond to every DM I get, so feel free to. The best way to get in touch with me is LinkedIn DMs,
definitely.
Or you go to my LinkedIn, you'll find my email. Just shoot me an email. That will
definitely. I'll also link down Keyur's profile in the description of my YouTube, so you can definitely check out from there as well. And that was it for today. I hope you guys also enjoyed the episode. You might have gotten a lot of value from this. And thank you, Keyur, for coming. तो जी, वीडियो कैसा लगा? आई होप काफ़ी आपको ज़्यादा वैल्यू मिली होगी इस वीडियो से. हमने काफ़ी सारी बातें करी, केयूर ने अपने सारे लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर करे. बट एनीवेज, अगर वीडियो एंजॉय किया तो प्लीज़ वो सब्सक्राइब करें बिना नहीं जाना. अगर यहाँ तक आ गए हो तो बहुत बड़ी बात है मेरे लिए. प्लीज़, इतनी सी छोटी सी चीज़ है, वो बिना करे वीडियो एग्जिट मत करना. तब तक के लिए सी यू, हैव अ गुड डे. प्लीज़ टेक केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ. एंड ऐसी वीडियोस आगे अगर आप चाहते हो कि मैं और एपिसोड रिकॉर्ड करूं, या फिर अगर आप चाहते हो कि मैं सोलो वीडियोस बैठ के बनाऊं, प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट में बताओ. एंड मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा कि मैं वही चीज़ें लाऊं जो आपको पसंद है. ठीक है? तो टिल देन, मेक श्योर दैट यू टेक केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ. बाय बाय, एंड आई सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन.